Hey, you guys. We're back for another topic, another conversation. Coach Lee here.
And Coach Jordan over here.
Oh, yeah, you said you got your coaching degree last year.
Yeah, I did.
I'm going to have to check for the certificate.
Question mark?
Yeah. Anyhow, you guys, we're back for another topic. Today's topic is communication. So, in the content, you learned about effective communication. And there are, like, 4 or 5 steps. I forget, actually. But clarity is one of them. Okay. So, in effective communication, one of the biggest things is yes, you want your message to be clear, but you also want your message to get across to the other person in the way that they can understand it. Okay. So, can you think of any times, let's talk about your friend group or your parents, where there might be miscommunication? And let's go through why the miscommunication happened.
I guess I can think of a small one where
Sure.
I didn't have tutoring one day.
Okay.
And that didn't get through to my parents, but it got through to me. And I had put it on the calendar, but we didn't have a conversation about like when it was happening, therefore creating a miscommunication between us.
Okay, so there's miscommunication because did you assume that your parents knew that the tutoring got moved, or that they saw, that they saw the it get moved on the calendar?
Yes.
Okay, so one part of communication is not to do not assume that the other person or other people know what's being said or what's happening.
Right.
Right. Can you think of any other type of miscommunication where you said X, but the other person listening didn't understand or didn't hear? Well, they heard you, but they didn't understand.
Let's see.
Well, we'll get specific here, guys. Has there ever been a time where I have said something to you? Now, I thought I was clear, but you may not have understood what I meant.
I guess like if you told me to take out the trash and I thought you meant immediately, but you meant like after I was done doing whatever I was doing, and I didn't get that part because you didn't say when I was supposed to do it, which is an example of miscommunication. And you assumed that I knew when to.
That's fair. that is an example of miscommunication. If my message I think is clear and take out the trash, right? That's clear, but there's still room for misinterpretation.
Yes.
Right? You interpreted that as, oh, he's telling me to take out the trash. I should drop what I'm doing and take out the trash.
Right.
Now, if I don't say take out the trash right now, right? Or let's say that you didn't take the trash out, and then I said, well, what are you doing? Right? And you're like, well, you didn't say right now. So I either need to say right now, or there has to be a mutual understanding.
Yes.
Right? But there's room for misinterpretation. And that's what we're talking about. Effective communication, there is clarity, but it has to be a mutual understanding between whether it's two people or a group of people. So one last thing I want to point out in communication: how often do you verbally talk to people, or these days and times, a lot of people text. Right? There is a ton of room for text messages to be misinterpreted.
Yes.
Number one, because the person reading it is reading the text message from their own point of view. They're not reading it with the intent that you might mean it.
Right.
Okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing is sometimes a lot of abbreviations or shortcuts, whatever, everyone doesn't understand those.
Right.
Okay? Because some people have a different language than other people.
Oh.
And so they may not. Oh, did I? Sorry.
Yeah, you didn't do that.
I didn't mean to do that.
Did you?
But there may be a miscommunication with different slang terms, different meanings of things. So if you are going to text and not verbally talk to someone, make sure your text is clear. Or also in a thread, make sure you're replying to the correct message
Mhm.
and not just putting a reply after 3 other messages, because then that's also confusing for the
Yes.
person reading it. If you're in person, what you want to think about is body language.
Mm.
Your body language, if I'm sitting there like this,
Oh.
that changed everything, didn't it?
Yes.
If I fold my arms. What do you think if I fold my arms?
That you're annoyed or bored with the conversation that we're having.
Well,
Oh.
but I'm not. But I'm not. But that's the point, right? Body language can change
Mhm.
any meaning and any interpretation, no matter what's being said.
Right.
So those are things to think about. Make sure you take time after this video to reflect on your takeaways from effective communication.
Mm-hmm.
Till next topic, Coach Lee.
Coach Jordan, signing out.